Hey, welcome back. I can't believe spring break has ended already. Time flies when you're having fun, huh?
I wish. I was at home for the majority of the week. In my opinion, time went anything but fast. But you know, it was nice to unwind a bit.
Oh, definitely. That's great you got time to yourself.
Well, what were you up to?
Well, I spent my break in Georgia and...
Well, look who's Western.
Yeah, just expressing my Georgian roots from the delicious peach state.
Oh, peach, please. You look great.
Thank you. But let's get on with the show. I'm Jelani.
And I'm Sandra, and welcome to Show 25.
Want to go on an Easter egg adventure? Today, gather your friends and come search for some shiny, bright eggs hidden across the school. Inside each egg has a ticket that can win you prizes. Collect all the eggs before 3:30 p.m. and return them to the rally court to win your prize. Good luck, Apaches.
During spring break, the AHS World Color Guard team competed in the WGI Championship Finals that took place at Dayton, Ohio. With flying colors, they placed 7th in the nation. Congratulations!
Explosions, bath bombs, fire, and more. This academic club has a specialty with exciting reactions. To know more, here's Terry with the Chemistry Club.
Chemistry Club is an academic club on campus with several years of history. It was started by a group of young, passionate students who wanted to spread their knowledge of chemistry.
Carbon snake, ice cream, bath bombs, cloud in a jar, and elephant toothpaste.
I believe Chemistry Club is an integral part of Arcadia's science community. We offer various experiments and demonstrations for our fellow members, and the bonus, there is no extra fees, so all you have to do is bring your friends.
From experimenting with fire to making bath bombs, this club finds many ways to spark magic in Miss Goto's room. A few weeks ago, Chemistry Club led their annual ice cream demo, where club members made their own ice cream. Not only are the experiments interactive, they present scientific explanations behind these reactions, providing great learning opportunities for those who are looking to take chemistry.
This club is a great opportunity for you to expand on your chemistry knowledge and do hands-on experiments. We're also accepting officer applications, so we expect to see you next year as either an officer or a member in this club.
Chemistry Club meets every other week on Wednesday in S204. Be sure to come by to join the fun. Also, officer applications are in process, so contact the club president for more information.
Bringing creative minds together, the Applied Engineering Club crafts inventions such as the solar-powered boat. If you're interested, please attend the informational meeting at 3:40 in the lecture hall.
Almost at the end of our school year, Music Makes Miracles gives a helping hand to charities in their upcoming spring concert. If you're interested, tickets are $5 at 7 p.m. in the AHS Black Box Theater.
Oh man, I can't believe we're thinking about next year already. It was so exhausting thinking about which classes I should take.
Wow, so what classes did you end up choosing?
AP Lit, Calc, and of course, APN.
Well, that sounds pretty busy. I wonder what other Apaches are choosing.
Well, let's find out on Ask Apaches with Miriam.
Theater!
I guess apes.
Probably photography.
Free sixth period.
I'm most excited for cross-age literacy.
Photography.
Ceramics.
Food science.
Food science.
I'm excited for AP Gov.
Food science.
Photography.
I'm not excited for any of my classes.
Probably ceramics.
I'm a senior.
I'm excited for French too, because that's probably one of my easiest classes.
Orchestra.
Next year I'm definitely AP Chemistry because it's the most challenging course.
I'm excited for French, AP French.
AP Gov.
I just didn't have enough money to pay rent in a lot of the places where I wanted to live.
Just because we're homeless don't mean we gotta look like we're homeless or act like we're homeless.
You don't want to attract more coyote. Do not feed them. I'm not saying that homeless people is just like animal, but even coyote know that, peacocks know that. How about homeless people? They know that too.
Congratulations to our Science Olympiad team for making it to the state's satellite competition. It was a close one with Temple City, and with great effort, the team made it to the top 5. Great job, team.
With the arrival of spring, it's the perfect time of year to enjoy a bit of nature. Here's Rocco with the perfect hiking trail to get you started on your great outdoors adventures.
Whether you want to start hiking for the first time or are just looking for another background for an Instagram post, the Eaton Canyon Falls Trail is a perfect place to start for beginners.
The Eaton Canyon Falls Trail begins at the Eaton Canyon Trailhead, which seems to have pretty ample parking. As you begin to head north up along the riverbed, you'll begin to notice just how flat and mild of a trail it is, despite the LA County Department of Parks and Recreation listing it as moderate in difficulty. After about a half hour on average, you should reach the intended endpoint for the trail, Eaton Canyon Falls, a scenic waterfall that provides a satisfying conclusion to your hike. At least, I like to imagine so.
That's because I never stepped foot on the Eaton Canyon Falls Trail. See, when I originally set out to record what I'll now be calling the ECF Trail, I misread a couple signs and ended up on the Mount Wilson Toll Road. Yeah, so whether it was blind ignorance or the onset effects of mild dehydration, I ended up about 2 miles, I'd say, up a mountain I was never even supposed to be on. But I mean, hey, can't deny that view, I guess.
For the relatively mild incline of the Mount Wilson Toll Road, the speed at which we gained altitude is pretty surprising. In only about 20 minutes, we already had a beautiful shot of Los Angeles County. The trek up was also unexpectedly pleasant, save for the lack of shade exposing to the full anger of the sun for most of it. There wasn't much in the way of wildlife, unfortunately, with the exception of a few lizards and this bird I saw. I mentioned earlier how the toll road was relatively mild. There are, however, a few instances in which the road steepened a bit. I can only really recommend the Mount Wilson Toll Road for the more experienced hiker, especially if you intend to make it all the way to the end.
While I ended up on a toll road instead of a hiking trail, scenery at least made the effort of getting up here semi-worthwhile. This has been Rocco, still lost in the mountains. Back to you people in the studio.
While most of us have been relaxing or vacationing over spring break, our sports teams have been working hard to advance in their seasons.
Sports such as baseball, volleyball, badminton, swim, and more played some great games over the spring break.
It's good to know that our teams have been getting some competition over break, so they're ready.
To recap the invitational track meet and the sports game this week, here's Nicole. Hey Nicole, what is the track runner's favorite cell phone?
Sprint! Anyway, as you mentioned, a major highlight of spring break was the Arcadia Invitational Track Meet. APN hosted 3 live streams of the field events, and you can watch the replay on our YouTube channel. We got to see some fantastic athletes compete and set some new national records. From Arcadia, the girls' 800-meter sprint medleys placed 3rd in the invitational section with a time of 1 minute 49 seconds. Great job to Jordan McClenny, Jane DePrima, Saray Yarborough, and Shreya Velichala. Saray also ran the 100 meters in a personal best of 12 seconds and 1700ths of a second, making her 4th in Arcadia High's history. And Shreya ran the 300 hurdles in a personal best of just under 47 seconds, making her 6th in school history. Overall, Salter Stadium was filled with enthusiastic fans, the largest crowd we've seen in over a decade. Moving on to other sports, our swim team had a meet against Burroughs this past Tuesday. Currently, both the boys and girls swimming and diving teams are undefeated in the Pacific League, and many players have made CIF qualification times. The Apaches competed well against Burroughs, with the varsity girls team winning 112-52 and the varsity boys team winning 124-35. On Thursday, our volleyball team had a great game against Glendale. Coming off of a 3-0 victory against Burbank, it was clear our Apaches were looking to keep their winning streak. Glendale got off to a quick start, winning a couple points, but the Apaches bounced back and battled point for point until they got in the clear and won the first game. The Apaches won the second game with a score of 25-23, and the third game with a score of 25-19, sweeping the game with the final score of 3-0. Now let's get into other sports games of the week. On Monday, badminton won 21-0 against San Gabriel. On Tuesday, baseball won 10-0 against Burbank, softball lost 2-1 against Burroughs, and tennis tied 9-9 against Burbank, and volleyball won 3-0 against Burbank. On Wednesday, badminton won 17-4 against Alhambra. On Thursday, softball won 8-1 against Burbank, and tennis won 13-5 against Burroughs. Today, baseball plays away against Burbank at 6:30. Good luck, Apaches. Before we end off sports this week, we actually have the 800-meter relay team who placed 3rd in the invite live in the studio with us. Welcome, Jordan, Jane, Shreya, and Saray. So, Jordan, how did this relay team first come together?
So we basically wanted to run the SMR at the Winter Championships back in January. So we found a group of girls who best ran the 100, the 200, and the 400. So then we just put together a team and then we carried that on to the Arcadia Invite.
And Jane, how did you guys prepare for the Invitational? I'm sure there was a lot of hard work behind the scenes.
Yeah, it takes a lot of focus and diligence to put in the time at practice to work on our handoffs. And I feel like we really help each other perfect the skills we need to in order to race as best we can. And there's a lot of mental preparation that goes into it as well. And this group of girls is also really good at giving each other the motivation and confidence we need to really go out there and do what we need to do. So I'm really lucky to have them.
Shreya, how do you feel about placing third at the most competitive track meet in the country?
It feels really good. I think I can speak for all of us when I say that we're really proud of how we did, and we improved by a lot since the last time we ran this race, so that was also really good for us. And I think just the environment, how competitive everyone that was there was, also just really helped us put out our best performance.
And lastly, Saray, what's next for Arcadia Track? Are there any upcoming meets we should look forward to?
Yeah, actually we have San Gabriel Valley Champs tomorrow, and after that we go straight into Pacific League prelims, then finals, and hopefully if everything goes as planned, CIF and eventually states.
Good luck tomorrow. Thank you all for joining us, and congratulations again. Back to Sandra and Jelani at the Angels desk.
Man, after hearing all that about Georgia, it's making me want to go there too.
It's a pretty cool spot. You'd really love it.
I'll book my tickets for the summer then. Now that spring break is over, we have tons of other things to focus on now.
Oh no, don't remind me.
Yep, that's right. Finals and AP exams. Yay.
Okay, well, anyway, to keep up with Apache news and see how we'll hold up till finals, don't forget to follow all our socials down below.
And before we go, we want to congratulate all the new members of APN.
And we'd like to congratulate Sandra for coming into APN for a second year.
Thank you.
Congratulations to you and to everyone who we recruited for APN. We'll see you next show, Apaches.